Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sunday Coffee. What's going on, everybody? The wig is very floofy today. Very floofy. What's going on, everybody? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I'm giving it just a little bit of time to call my dad because I know that my dad is busier than hell. He just lives his life normal, so he's probably busy. So I'm going to give him a call a little later when I know that he's probably not as busy. So, hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Father's Day. We got some awesome comments to read through this week. We've got some insane comments to read through this week because I decided to post a clip from last week responding to one of you guys in the chat, and dear sweet Lord, yeah. Oh, it's going to be fun. Might rage at it. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh. I will absolutely do that, Raving Dad Gaming. By the way, happy Father's Day, Raving Dad Gaming. What's going on, everybody? Oh, might as well say hello to the chat here. Oh, you know what? Did I set up Rumble? I don't remember if I set up Rumble or not. Maybe live over there. I don't know yet. Anyway, over here, we've got Darkish Multiverse. He says first. We got Gorilla Mar. What's going on? DCC. How you doing, man? We got a Ragmar Virillion. What's going on? Creative Welshman. It's good to see you. Raving Dad Gaming. What's up? We got Wyatt Hilbert. Did I watch the latest Sunset podcast? Yeah, I listened to it yesterday while I was working on the new barbecue pit. So, yeah, I listened to that yesterday. It was fun. It was very funny. I love that show. It's one of the podcasts I look forward to every Saturday. So when I'm working, when I'm not editing videos and I actually have to do like physical work, I love listening to those guys. They're great. Liu, what's going on, man? Jersey, it's good to see you in here. Allison Wade, how are you doing? I saw your comment on Instagram. That was funny. This is the most American thing I've seen this week. All I had is a bandana on because I didn't want to get hot metal in my hair. I actually caught one to the ear yesterday. Caught some hot slag to the ear when I was welding yesterday. That's fun. So that burned a lot. I don't think it's in there. Ow. Hopefully it's not in there. Ugh. Yeah, hot metal in the ear. Not a good feeling for those of you who have ever welded. So yeah, fun times. I have strange hobbies. I'm the weirdest person on the planet. I'm like, I love nerd things. I also love barbecue grills. I'm a redneck. I don't make sense. I realize that I don't make sense. So, hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you guys? How are you guys doing today? I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Got the comments pulled up here from the last week, getting everybody in. I see some people filing in. It's going to be a great freaking day. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Hey, do me a favor if you're on YouTube, press the like button. Because that definitely helps the YouTube algorithms, apparently. That's what they say. Engagement helps the YouTube algorithm. The other thing, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers for the live stream channel. Basically, if everybody who's over on my normal channel, or everybody who's just subscribed to me elsewhere on Twitter and all these places, if you guys subscribe here, you guys will help this channel reach the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is the monetization mark. So, also, don't forget to go check out the I Support Indie Creators over on the Teespring store. We've got shirts, mugs, all that kind of stuff. I will drop that link down below here. And if you guys want to, over on this channel, send in a super chat, you guys are more than welcome to do that. You guys can do that over here through the PayPal link that I have. That is the direct donation link. So if you guys want to send in private donations like super chats, you're more than welcome to. And I do appreciate it. That is one of the best ways that you can help support the channel. Those two methods there, either buying the merch or sending in a private donation. That is awesome. I appreciate it. I hate calling it that. It's like super chats are much better. But without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over here to your comments from last week's Sunday Coffee. All right. I had to crop it because for some reason my toolbar on Windows is not hiding itself, and I don't know why. And it's really irritating, and I don't know why. So, oh well, I don't know. All right, Creative Welshman says, first to that stream was lacking the power of the goat. What? First to that stream was okay. Maybe first to say. I don't know. Hopefully Royce will have sorted it out by then. What? Enjoy your week, everyone, and remember that we are at the point in history where culture will be defined for decades to come. Potentially. First to say. Okay. Liking power of the goat. Do you mean, just because I didn't bring the goats? Yeah, well, we don't need to bring the goats down every freaking stream. They actually have to get used to being. We have 2 of them now because turns out if goats don't actually have a friend, they will basically starve themselves to death because they will get very, very depressed. And that is not something that we want. So they do have a friend. We have a little Matilda now is her name. Her nickname will be Tilly. But yeah, she just looks like a Matilda. So yeah, that's what we named her. So, and they're adorable. All right, Creative Welshman, sorry for the comment on the Iron Age Knights. Royce, I know you mentioned the other fandoms and how stupid the fanboyism is. I simply used EVS because for me, it's the most relevant one. Don't apologize. I mean, I don't really apologize for that. Like, I get it, but again, you know, the reason that I said what I said and why I phrase it and why I include a lot of people is because I've gotten crap from a lot of different communities, right? Because I don't toe the line, right? If I'm like, I don't, but I also don't think about things in the same way that everybody does. The direct, you know, no, this must be this way. And I don't come at situations from the one line of thought, because I always kind of have that thought. It's like, okay, but have you thought about? And then that's what people get mad at me for, because they haven't thought about it, and most people don't want to. Most people are, I've always called them surface thinkers, but there's actually what is it? It's first level thinkers. They don't do second, third, and fourth level thinkers. Like, okay, if you say this, then what's the actual causation of this? That's one of the things that, like, a lot of people get mad at me about. They're like, no, you're just trying to over-intellectualize stuff and complicate it too much. It's like, no, I just genuinely have questions about stuff. But and again, like I said, I've gotten crap from all different sides of the coin here. So, the people who support him are simply moronic. I don't think they are. I think some people can be, absolutely. But again, here's the thing, dude. I got a lot of people that you really enjoy on Iron Age Nights that come here, first order thinkers. Thank you. I couldn't remember the word. That do support him and do like him. They just would wish he would go back to doing the comic stuff instead of the live streams, right? But keep in mind, and I've had people on the show that you enjoy them. I have people in this audience. So that are in the Gilded, that are in the Discord, that you guys talk with all the time. And so to say that, to qualify that whole thing, again, you're labeling a whole bunch of people like that. That's not, no, like, okay. I need to get a life with how much they whine about Eric July, his company, and the people who buy his comics. I think that there are a lot of people out there that do fit that description. I don't think that's all of them, though. And, and I see a lot of people saying, man, I'm just, like, I've seen this back and forth drive people away from both. They're like, wow, I actually like Eric and I like EVS. But because of the crowd around them just constantly bitching, they're like, it literally has pushed people away. I mean, if you want to gatekeep, the best way to gatekeep is to literally do all that. If you don't want to grow this and turn this, what we're focusing on here, into, I mean, the next comics revolution or the next pop culture revolution, or get what we're doing here into the mainstream, keep going at it, right? Like this. That's why I've largely just gotten out of that whole conversation. Like I said, last week, I commented on it because if people jump in the chat, yeah, I'm going to share my thoughts on stuff if you guys jump in the chat and say things. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So, all right. His company and the people wise. Okay, quite honestly, it's pathetic, and I've seen behavior like that before with the art commentary channels and Xbox fanboys, although PlayStation fanboys can be just as stupid. Dude, they're again, it's all the same thing, dude. I used to engage with the console wars back with the 7th generation of consoles. Since then, I became aware of how meaningless these debates have gotten when Microsoft destroyed their brand's reputation with the Xbox One reveal. Yeah, that was bad. Oh my God, that was epically bad. which should be taught in schools on how not to market your product to your fan base. Yeah, a gaming console becoming a Netflix box is what they advertised it as, which was they wanted it to be a home entertainment system. And then the thing that killed them were smart TVs. Smart TVs came out, and absolutely there was no, and you could get it for a fraction of the cost of an Xbox. So why would you want an Xbox that's a Netflix? No, like, yeah. It's almost like people buy game boxes to play games on them. All right. As entertainment evolves and established brands begin to die off, we're going to see a lot of desperate individuals do stupid things to justify their lifestyle choices. I'm going to be here with my popcorn and watch the nonsense from afar because I know better to get involved with these idiots. Yeah. Dude, and here's the thing. This isn't just like here. There are YouTube channels out here that have had this. Like, I mean, there are websites out there that like cover all this stuff. Like, it's absolutely, this is not an isolated event to the indie comics space. This is not isolated to that space. This is legitimately in every single online fandom, period. People being absolutely insane for the creators that they love and or hate. Like, it's everywhere. I've actually, and what, because I've been thinking about a lot of this stuff more. Seriously, go check out the channel Turkey Tom and just listen to his documentaries about like some of the biggest YouTube names out there and some of the biggest lolcows and stuff like that. Go check out the channel Turkey Tom. I'm telling you right now, when you listen, like this EVS Eric July thing is nothing special. It's literally just par for the course for the internet. I wish I could say this was anything special, but it's really not. So, hey, what's going on, Squishy? How are you? Who teaches? Didn't understand the. Yeah, I know, right? I don't have to justify my hobbies to anyone, and I refuse to support bad actors where are trying to stir up nonsense. If anyone is going to give me crap for enjoying a comic they don't like, I will block and ignore them. If it spirals into my personal life, then I'll throw hands. Oh, yeah, you're over in... you're over... I forget, you're over in the UK. You will have to throw hands, yes, because at that point, a line has been crossed. Yes, I will not throw hands, I will throw other things. So that's the biggest thing, too, that scares me, is that all this stuff boils out to physical harm in the real world, which, sadly, in some cases, it has. And that's something that we all need to be really, really cognizant about. Gorilla Mar, in regards to your comment about the parasocial relationship not being idolatry, I agree, but I feel that it's becoming dangerously close to idolatry. Sometimes it can be. Sometimes it can be. And so one of the things, and I tried to explain it in the football analogy last week, is that the parasocial relationship can go two ways, right? It can be fans trying to garner respect from the people that they want to, or it could be the creators that have entered this parasocial relationship with their fan base, and they're trying to do everything that they can to keep their fans around, which can escalate, just that constant escalation of stuff, right? And it's not just like, hey guys, I put out good content. If you enjoy it, stick around. I appreciate it. It escalates. And again, you've seen this across YouTube for, the last like 15 years. Bull Rush, I understand and agree with your view on the parasocial relationships, but would it kill you to just tell me I'm pretty? It probably would, actually, Goat Daddy. No, I don't call me, well, I guess technically. Yeah, so, yes. Chansu. An excerpt from Never Awake Tales from the Trilateral Realms. Was that door I just heard? Was that a door I just heard? Must have passed out again. I thought she was already home. Kids should be home by now. Why do I feel so heavy? Am I asleep? Oh, great. Sleep paralysis. Been a while since I've had that. Wait, there was definitely someone in here earlier. Did someone break in and rob us? Are they still in the house? Gotta wake up. Gotta warn her. Still in paralysis. Okay, we've been here before. Just use your tongue to push against the side of your mouth and work from there. Darn, it won't move. Is she coming this way? Dude... so Chat Sue, there is a podcast with Wendigoon and Meat Canyon, Papa Meats, and they do a thing called Creepcast, and they go through a lot of like creepypasta stories that are similar to kind of what you're doing, and they pull from a lot of the different like I don't know if it's Reddit or if it's different blog sites, but you might think about posting excerpts from your books over on some of those places, because that seems like that's your audience, Chatsu. So although I do appreciate you sharing everything here, I don't think this is going to garner, because the channel's small. Like, and don't get me wrong, it might be a good way for people who are very brand new trying to get their stuff to some kind of an audience, right? 30, 40 people, 100 people that watch. But again, there are other places to go. If you're doing creepypasta stuff like this, dude, Creepcast is, they're all right. I like when they start joking around and stuff like that. Creepcast is fun. Creepcast is fun. But yeah, you should, how was the barbecue, Royce? I'll answer that in a second. Black Knight. Oh, God, yeah. It's bad things happened. Bad things happened. Yeah, but so Chatsu, that would be my thing to you, is find out where some of like go find the channel Creepcast. Listen to the creepypasta stories. Find out where they're kind of grabbing their creepypasta stories from. And maybe you should really think about going and posting up some of your short stories over there. If that's what you're interested in, because that over in the creepypasta internet like forums and stuff like that, because that might be, I think that would be way better for you than posting it here on Sunday Coffee every week. Because that's going to remember, yes, we have an audience, but there's so many more people out there, dude, that are in so many different places. Look for those different places, right? Like, it's like, I don't largely engage with a lot of the content and content creators anymore. That probably a lot of people came here for my channel. Like, I don't even watch their shows anymore. Like, for instance, like an Eric July live stream. I can't tell you the last time I watched an Eric July live stream, right? I subscribe to him, and if he does updates on the company or something and he puts out a product that I want to buy, that's pretty much why I subscribe to him now. But a lot of it, dude, go find, there's such a wide audience out there. There's such a wide audience out there that you can go. You just got to be able to find them, right? By the way, hello to the lurkers in the chat. I know you're there. Just like lurkers, if you're lurking, just like the video. Just like it. You don't even have to say, I won't even make you say hi. You can say hi to me and still lurk by just doing that. So, happy Father's Day, everybody. Happy Father's Day, C. Pritchard. I can still slightly open my eyes. Or wait, no. Okay, we've been here. Just use your tongue to push against the inside of your mouth and work from there. Darn, it won't move. Is she coming this way? I can slightly open my eyes, not wide enough to see clearly. Scan the room. Are they still here? Too dark. Please say they took what they wanted and left. A bit of light. The door. There she is. Come over and check on me. Wake me up. I hear you, but you've got to shake me harder than that. Yes, good. Why isn't it working? Am I in a coma? Sweetie, I know you're scared. I am too. Call an ambulance. Call the cops. Call someone. Yes, the phone. God, please stop crying. I'm sure it's going to be okay. I'm alive. I can hear you. Check on the kids. By now, they must have woken up to those screams. Oh, God, what if I'm dying? Come on, Nate. Just get up. Yeah. Fiona Wolf says, building up a footprint. Oh, okay, let me switch over here. There we go. All right. Fiona Wolf says, building up a footprint / audience takes years, not months, years. A lot of people bite at the bit to gain a footprint, but it doesn't happen overnight. Yes. No, that's very true. And here's the other side of this, too. I was watching, actually, funny enough, and Wyatt Hilbert knows what I'm talking about, because it's a great podcast, but the Unsubscribed podcast, there are two things that they said, not in this week's episode, but in their 4-hour episode that they did like a week ago, which I listened to the whole thing. There are two things that were said in that. The first thing that was said was a lot of people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 5, right? And the other thing that they said, too, is if you want to spend money without looking at your bank account, right, or maybe it was your wallet, without looking in your wallet, you need to work without looking at the clock, right? So, yeah, I mean, and that's true. If you want to make money without, you know, without having to check your bank account, you need to work without looking at the clock, right? And if you want to be successful, a lot of people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and they underestimate what they can do in 5. A lot of these guys, they don't have a 1-year plan. They have a 5, 6, and 7-year plan, right? Something that I really need to put together, because for me, I want to visualize where my content is going to go and how it's going to, like, I've gotten to a point where I'm thinking about, okay, if I can, I'm like, okay, need to grow the channel, need to work on, putting out stuff that, grows the channel, people like, and so on and so forth, right? So, yeah, in band terms, you shouldn't even think about the live show for like 2 to 3 years. Music. Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah. So don't jump the gun too, right? But yeah, it's, again, that's one of the things. It's like, Twitter, not the best place to share this stuff. There are forums out there for the creepypasta stuff. There are forums out there to go share excerpts from your book, sci-fi forums, things like that, right? I know Reddit is just a cesspool, but you can go there as well. I know a lot of people don't like it, but the fact of the matter is it is effective getting your stuff out there, right? So with the Con Inc. over, does this Insta, when many writers give the appearance of the same. Yeah. It took Brandon 8 years to make the AK-50. Yeah! Dude, oh, I love the AK-50 video. I watched it like 3 times. I think I watched it 5 times that day. I was like, oh, AK-50. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. That was so cool to see that, too. All right. Comic Shop Wednesday. The Wednesday show that I do every single week. Let's go over here. I like that quote. Consider my game is a 5-year plan. Yep. Considering my game is a 5-year. There you go. That's what you got to do, man. All right. Find some, Black Knight. If you finished your fantasy book, why don't you go find some fantasy play or message boards and stuff like that, and like Reddits and stuff to share your books on. Like, that's one of the best ways to do it. Like, Twitter, not the best place to share your stuff, right? People show up to Twitter to win, not to do anything else, which is really freaking annoying, but it's just how people are. Creative Welshman says, great show. I'm surprised that the final vote was split between Saga of Sunsets and the Wayward Realms. But the real winner is everyone who gets to buy these wonderful products and enjoy them. Yes. I also put the Wayward Realms on my wish list over on Steam for when it releases. David Conway says, I agree with Creative Welshman. Show was great. I can't remember how I found Drink with Crazy on YouTube, but I'm glad I did. It lifts up your spirits. It lifts your spirits up. Thank you so much, man. I was getting sick of the drama. Then along comes this Drink with Crazy, and it speaks to me. It has a cool redneck called Royce. Oh God, the Fonzie and Samuel, the Fonzie and Samuel Jackson has nothing. The Fonzie, and Samuel L. Jackson has nothing on our boy Royce. Oh, God. Punctuation, good sir. When it comes to being cool, I appreciate it. Thank you. Found some great indie comics like G Sedai. That book is so good. The Color Pop was genius by Daniel. And am repping the merch. Main man. Oh, yeah. And he got the goat. I did get the goat. Yes. Yes, I did. So, no, thank you so much for the compliments, man. I do appreciate it. But, yeah, no, like I said, when I just want to do the thing that I like shouting other people out, even though I'm a small channel. Like, I like shouting other people out and boosting people if I can. It's what I want to do. It's what I want my brand to be. I want my brand to be a place that you guys can be entertained and have fun. And if I am to achieve some level of success, I want to take people with me. So don't apologize, dude. You're fine. Grill Lamar, I always enjoy. All right, sorry, I got a freaking Discord notification that just popped up. I need to turn those off. I always enjoy CSW. It's too bad I couldn't be on this one, but hopefully I can again. No worries, Grill Lamar. It's fun hanging out with you guys. Chatsu says, and for those of you who don't know, no, I'm not drinking White Claw. I don't have any alcohol. I have coffee. I don't even have any iced tea. The meme with you holding a ruler and asking what kind of cemetery it is was a reference to when you read that Midnight Falls expert. You read the line, rich girls and ransom go together like cemeteries and coffins. Oh, that's weird. But instead of cemeteries, you said centimeters. Oh, God. Sorry. I was like, oh, yeah. That makes sense. Okay. And then got confused by the wording. Just about fell out of my chair laughing. Yeah, I do that a lot. Dude, I read so much, and I try to read fast enough. I try to read as fast as I talk. It doesn't work out generally. It does not work out generally. Oh, good Lord. Wayward Realms. I want to back Wayward Realms. Well, if it comes out on Steam, I'll be able to buy it. Right? I'll be able to buy it. And it did get it. It's getting some notoriety, which is really, really cool. Right? Being a spiritual successor to Daggerfall. So that's going to be a really cool thing for people who are fans of that franchise. All right. Going over here, Richard's last show. And who is the next host? That was fun. Richard got absolutely blasted. Oh my God. He sent us a DM the next day. He goes, guys, I am so sorry. We're like, dude, for what? Oh man. Oh. I think had I not called it, dude, I was so tired. I was up I woke up at like 4 o'clock that morning, and we ended up talking until like 1 in the morning, and I was like, yeah. Oh man. All right. Moving over here. I hate that I had to crop this, but my toolbar won't. It's so irritating. I hate this so much. Why won't you go away? I have it set to disappear, and it refuses to disappear. Stop. Oh, well. All right, Snow says, love forever, long live King Richard. Yes. Creative Welshman, I can't believe Eric July is the new host. Yeah. That would have been funny. DCC, I agree with RH Snow. Long live the king. Richard will be missed. Big welcome to Justin, Evely Music. To the Crazy House. Yes, dude, I am so freaking excited to have Evely as a host. He's going to be such a great addition to the show. He really is. He comes from such a different place than we do. So the questions he'll be able to ask is going to kind of fill in a gap that we've had for a while. So, and that's why we picked Evely, because he's going to be able to kind of to cover an angle that, Daniel and I don't, Brian McCoppin, sorry, had to bail. Came back for the rewatch, and DPR has a tie on his head. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, DPR was wrecked too. I stayed very sober during that stream just in case, because I wasn't sure how far it was gonna go. And I was like, If the channel were monetized, dude, Richard was dropping so many F-bombs and cussing so much, that show would have gotten nuked. Because I think it's like you can only say so many like expletives within like a 3-minute window. Otherwise, it will the monetization will get limited, which explains why certain episodes of mine get demonetized, right? Or will get, yeah. So also part of the reason that it's probably a good idea not to swear a lot on the show. This is great. If Justin is Big J and DPR is Big D, then Royce be Big Gay. Oh God. Oh man, that's hilarious. That's really funny. Oh. He's a tremendous host on 2 awesome shows now. Yeah. I was going to make a Richard Tarot card also. It was going to be called The Smith, but he has no pictures on the internet. I know, right? Yeah, Richard, surprisingly, just his live streams. So, Herman P. Enter the Warforged. Hello, a few beers into Richard, and the angry sailor came out with a vengeance. I know. But those weren't just normal beers, man. Those were 7.5s, like, and he was down in those things like they were water, dude. You get those stronger alcohol beers, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. Yeah, you'll be in a whirlwind real fast. Gorilla Mar, love that. Even though I missed this live, someone was there to troll Royce about the greatness of Guinness. Hail Richard. No, Guinness is terrible. Guinness is not a good beer at all in any way. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Maji Chan says, I missed the first half. Had to go back and watch the beginning. Worth it. Yeah, this was definitely one of the this is definitely one that's going to be remembered for a long time. So I'm glad Richard had fun though, dude. And I'm just so enjoyed just getting to know him over the last year and a half. And like, dude, just seeing everything that he's accomplished. It's great. I like Angry Orchard special. It's so sweet though. It's like a juice. Allison Wade says, you'll be missed, King Richard, and hail to the new host. Creative Welshman. So Richard is the crazy one. Now that he's gone, who will be the crazy one in A Drink with Crazy? I know, right? That makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't think about that, but that makes sense. From Andy Radborn, for $10. I don't know what that $10 is. This is for our parasocial relationship. No, Andy Radborn, don't send me my... No, I am not your internet e-girl. Thank you so much for the $10, man. I appreciate it. Is that euros? What is that? I don't recognize that monies thing. I don't recognize that at all. Oh, God, that's hilarious. That's really funny. Oh, man. All right, we're going to get over to the absolute insanity that was this post. It's got like 152 comments on it. Most of it is just people yelling at each other, but there's a lot of people out there that are just like, oh, you're ridiculous. And yeah, some names that you guys probably know, some names that you don't. Oh, God, these threads are just freaking ridiculous, dude. Ugh. I'm not going to lie. Anytime that I do videos like this, euros looks like an E. Is that an E? I need to look at that. Yeah, it's kind of like an E and an L had a baby. It's got like a hook on the top, and then it like swoops, and then it's over, and then there's a line through it. Maybe that's it. Yeah, Andy Radborn. Yes, the $10 for the parasocial relationship. That, oh, God. Black Royce, if I give you money, will I have a parasocial relationship with you? No, absolutely not. I don't want you to do that either. I want you guys to come here, get some of your entertainment for the week and or the day or whatever it happens to be, and then leave and go live your life and have an awesome life. That's what I want. Oh, my God. People are just... there's probably like 25 comments on this total. It's probably not even like, stupid hair. Oh, man, this is ridiculous, dude. Oh, strap in, boys and girls, strap in. I need some coffee. I need more coffee. The first one, Creative Welshman. It's the first one. I don't know what monies people are giving me. We're all live on Twitch, too. If anybody's watching this on Twitch at all, they're probably like, who is he talking to? Then, yeah. But Twitch, actually, the reason I didn't stream on Twitch for the longest time is because they didn't allow you to multi-stream to other platforms. So they changed that, though, when they started losing money. Haha. Which is very funny. Very funny. All right. Oh. You guys ready for cancer? Because that's what this is. It's just online cancer. Ugh. That's the pound. Okay. So. Oh, man. Angry Orchard takes me back. I've had it once or twice at some barbecues because people bought it. And they're like, hey, come over to the barbecue. And then you don't tell the person supplying the booze that they supplied booze that you don't like. You just don't do that. Like, that's so ungrateful. I hate people that do that. If it's a like close personal friend of mine and they're like, what, and they want to give me crap for the booze that I bought, that's one thing. But it's, God, dude, oh, that hurts. And I must have caught some serious slag to the ear yesterday. Ugh. Oh, gut rot. but tasty gut rot, right? Pretty much. That's what it is. All right, guys, let's get ready for the cancer and the autism. James Early, Riley is insane and psychotic. I don't even really know who the guy is. Somebody did a long post on it this last week about some stuff, and I really hope that situation is not accurate. Who was it? Somebody did it got shared by some people, and I read through it with he and his girlfriend. I don't know if it's accurate. I didn't really know who this guy was, and somebody had to remind me that he was the guy. So John A. Douglas, this is hilarious, right? He just says, so John A. Douglas sends me, is Sunday morning, he sends me a DM through Gilded, and he's like, Riley got arrested. And immediately, like, my first thought is, why did Daniel get arrested? Because the only Riley that I know is Daniel P. Riley. I don't know who these people are. Like, and I was like, what? I was like, who? And he's like, no, the guy that, like, JDA, never heard of him. No, John A. Douglas. Johnny Douglas. Anyway, hey, what's going on here, oh Darky Dark? So, yeah, and he was like, no, this other guy. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't really care. And then he dropped in and said, hi, everybody who's not getting arrested. I was like, okay, here's the problem with that whole thing. Like, I'll just talk about it real quick. And I talked about the parasocial relationship and how bad I think it is. Because I think that the parasocial, because I'm looking at this situation from a way to protect my children, right? Not as the online crap that it's going on. Because I just don't care, dude. I saw it, and it's been going on for 2 or 3 years, and I don't care. It has gotten me to a point where I've muted so many people on Twitter because they argue over crap that doesn't matter, you know? They argue over a comic book company instead of, the desperate state that our children are in, right? Like, I don't know, the real important stuff, guys, the real important things. All right. Insanity says, this got me. Preach it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right. Whimsyland Literary. He says, I have a slight issue with the idea that the parasocial relationship are the root of this. Maybe. Humans form parasocial relationships all the time. You do it every time you look at a character in a show or read about a hero in a comic or novel. You form a sympathetic bond with the entity as you grow to understand it and the circumstance it endures. Yes, but there's also such a thing as tempering that sympathetic bond, right? Keep your emotions in check, okay? This, more often than resulting in psychotic fat boys being arrested, helps the human mind adapt to traditionally social relations with others through imaginary sympathy, empathy, and behavioral analysis. Okay, but in the day and age where people are no longer interacting physically with other people, and they're getting praise from other people for doing absolutely crazy things like showing up to people's businesses or, doing heinous stuff online or trolling people, right? Keep in mind, okay? All right, and they develop, what did you say here? To form a sympathetic bond with that entity. So they form a bond with people who are just who are giving them clout to troll. You're telling me that can't grow into something more? No, okay. The parasocial TLDR, the parasocial relationship theory, isn't a concern. Bullshit. Absolutely incorrect. It is absolutely a concern because if we don't talk about it and we don't temper people, all right, what dude, the parasocial relationship literally has turned people into fantasizing about cartoon characters online. There are dark places of the internet, and it's because nobody was taught that this is what was happening and to not take that to another level, right? No, it's absolutely a concern, and to think that it's not, to think that something can't start and can't grow is categorically false. Everything in moderation. It's not bad to say, I like this character. I learned from this character. I'm sympathetic to this character in this story. But to let that fester and grow and constantly move and grow in someone's mind to a point where that character starts to become real to them? Yeah, no, this is absolutely a problem, okay? The encouragement of mental illness is define mental illness, please. Because a lot of times it starts with crap like this, right? And it grows because people think that they actually have an effect on the on these online personalities or these online communities, okay? In essence, this is another, it's the gun debate. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not stopping the person before they do something heinous. The parasocial relationship isn't the gun, dude. It's the person's connection to that thing, right? The action that they do is the gun, okay? It's not the gun that causes the death and the injury. It's the individual. Yes, and not tempering them and their expectations and what they're doing. No, dude, no. Okay, parasocial relationships do not cause absurd, deviant, unhinged behavior. Yes, they do if they're left unchecked. Yes, they do. Because the parasocial relationship, I don't know if you've ever heard of this thing called a stalker. But why don't you talk to some of the people who've had online stalkers, okay? And how they feel that they're connected, that they have a again, no. I don't know how you missed the mark on this that much, man, but that's not, no. Okay? Yes, the parasocial relationship exists in minor forms. It can also exist in large forms. Similar to kind of how you can say, hey, I like this person a lot, right? And you're just like friends with them because you're cool with them. And it's like, yeah, I really, really like my wife. But like, I obviously like my wife a lot more than anybody else. There's varying degrees here, right? It's like, oh, this is really cool. And then it's like, oh, this is also really cool. Like you can, that's why we have things called favorites, because we work in gradients. We work in variations and various different degrees. You can have a minor parasocial relationship with a character in a book where you feel, where you kind of sympathize and empathize with them. Then you can have insane parasocial relationships that overtake people. To sit there and say that it's not on a gradient and it's not on a scale, like legitimately every other human emotion that exists ever, literally takes human psychology and throws it out the window, Daniel. Come on. Author John A. Douglas, as a young man, I was prepped for the world to be cruel and evil. I was not prepped for it to be stupid and gay. I was. Yeah. All right, Truth Ministry, I guess I missed something because I don't get what any of this has to do with. He said to do with the Rippaverse meetup. Yeah, I clipped that out. I probably could have clipped this a little better. Johnny Stoffel says, it may take a decade for this direct creator support / parasocial relationship debacle to settle. Dude, and it's been going on for like 15, 16 years now, basically since YouTube really took off, since like Twitch really took off, since like you can really see how this affects people and how, again, it's a two-way street too. Creators can do it with their fans. Fans can do it with their creators. We've seen it with people going way too far, becoming stalkers. We've seen people become obsessive, right? Again, and it starts there with the parasocial relationship, and then it expands out into something greater, right? So no, yeah. But it's been going on for like 15 years. Frederick Greenwald, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Igor? Igor, happy Father's Day. I believe it was you that I saw that had the little one a little while back. Am I wrong, Igor? Did you and the missus have a baby? Congratulations. Andrew Rowland, good to see you. Wrangler, what up, man? Happy medium, where all customers give money and only expect a good product, and not a movement or an artificial community. Mm-hmm. Well, it's like if you guys like send in private donations here, it's like yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, baby girl, 1 month old last week. Congratulations, dude. Absolutely, congratulations, man. Hey, everybody in chat, congratulate Igor for being a happy, brand new dad of a 1 month old baby girl, dude. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Oh, God, that makes me happy. Oh, dude, that makes me so happy to hear. So, that's so cool. I will not stop it. I refuse. It's one of those things. It's like, yeah, you know, and it's what, like, I'm going to be talking about this a lot more because dude, what scares me is that somebody eventually, and it may happen, and God, I hope it doesn't, but that somebody develops this parasocial relationship thing, like with me, and they think that we're better friends, or I know them better than I actually do, or they are consequential in my life more than they actually are, and somebody shows up to my house one day. Dude, that scares the crap out of me, and why I'm trying to put such a fine point on this. Now this community is very small, but as it grows, like, there are people in the community I'm going to be really tight with because you guys have been here since the beginning, and I had time in the beginning to get to know more of you guys better, right? But as this stuff grows, as I become busier, I interact with more and more people, less and less in the community, right? There are very few people who, like, they'll send me a DM, and, like, I have to get back to them, right? I've got to get back to them. So, that's one of the biggest things that I really want people to understand is, like, yeah, there are some people that have, like because it's early on in the community, I have gotten too late. You're right. No, Trippy, no, absolutely not. Trippy's like, oh, I'm going to cross that bridge. But it's absolutely terrifying. So, but that's why I said, guys, you show up, get some entertainment, have some fun, buy some comics on Comic Shop Wednesday. When we do that, we're highlighting creators, you know, hang out and learn about a new creator every single Friday. Come here, listen to me read and rant and ramble about your comments that you're leaving. But don't take that to mean that there's, like, this bond that's deeper and, like, oh my God, like, don't go there, right? Because I'm going to tell you right now, somebody takes that and shows up to my house one day because they're like, oh, I've got it, you know, or somebody hates another creator or hates me enough and on behalf of another creator has to show up to my house as, like, a gotcha type moment. Dude, that puts my family in danger, and my reaction to that will not be good. And I don't want that. I want people to be safe and happy and healthy and live good lives and enjoy good entertainment. But instead, people are they're letting this idea grow and fester and overtake them. And they're doing things out in the real world, right? They're doing things in the world that can cause actual physical harm, right? People cause mental harm to people all the time on the internet. The internet has the thing where we can just turn it off, right? However, the real world has real world consequences, right? So just calm down, everybody. That's the whole point. That's why I did this. Okay. Okay. When the social media babies grow up to be consumers, it'll be a whole different landscape. They already have, Johnny Stoffel. I don't know if you know this, but the social media babies already have. A lot of them are voting age. Keep in mind, people who were born in, 96? Yeah, guess what? They're 18 years old now. Think about that. Or no, they're more than that. They're in their 20s. They're in their mid-20s. They're almost 30 now. God, ooh, I shouldn't have said that. Damn it. I'm old. But yeah, the social media babies, they're already adults. Already adults. I am not I am no version of anybody's soulmate. JVP Music Productions is effing spot on, dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. No Green Rocks, nailed it, dude. Hey, thank you very much. I'm glad that you guys understood what I was going for here. It makes me happy. Thank you. That is a long thread. 50% Ripa, 50% Riley, 100% Look Squirrel. Just not buying into anymore. I didn't talk about... This is why my videos don't do well, because people tune in, they want to hear about the conflict and the drama, and this guy's going to make it worse. And then I talk about the actual problem of it with people developing trying to get clout from other content creators that they're trying to signal to get signal boosts from them to get this online rah, it's our team again. And oh, look at Riley. He's the man of the team. He's going out and sticking it to and he got arrested for what? Because people cheered him on online and told him to do it. Because he thought that these people, right? He's the champion. He's not the champion of these people. They're gonna drive him down to his own detriment. And if that post was true, that came out, that really long thing is true, he's already probably not in a good place. Okay? And people cheering him online to go out and do real world actions, dude, that's not good, man. That's not good for anybody. Right? And like I say, you know, Madness Comics Network, like, I didn't really talk about Ripa and Riley. I talked about the actual root of the problem. But people, again, don't recognize that because they don't want to hear about the root of the problem, right? They don't want to hear that it's actually the online interaction from a lot of people. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Don't care. Okay, the first one. Okay. Alex Stein was at the event. Do you know who Alex Stein is? Yes, I'm sure. Alex goes to leftist events all the time and bothers them in the same fashion Riley was bothering the FNT grifters. This is hypocrisy. It's rules for thee, but not for me. That has nothing to do really with the video. A guy got arrested for showing up at a place. So I don't know. I'm not sure who. I don't know. So that's not what this video was about at all. So yeah, the video was about the parasocial relationship. So Kaioken 654 or yeah. Next time you watch a video of mine, listen to the context and try to actually comment on what's being talked about. But again, I knew this video was going to get views. Put up the picture, the face, and then, like, I knew. I mean, look at the thumbnail. It's up here. Like, I knew this video was going to get viewership for the channel. I knew it was going to get viewership for the channel. Right? Because the sad fact is I knew that reply guys were just going to show up. Right? The watch time hours did well. You know, it's it was a number. It was like the second. There's one video that I have that's more popular than this one. But yeah, I knew this was going to get views because I knew this was going to draw people like this. They're going to come in. They're not going to listen to any of it. They think I'm talking about the actual event itself, and I'm not. I'm talking about the actual problem, the actual thing that's getting into people's heads that's causing the problem. But they come and they talk about some stuff that's completely. That has nothing to do with the conversation at all, right? Right? The event happened. What caused the event? You know what caused the event? This parasocial relationship. The fact that there's a group of people cheering on behavior like this. And the people going, yeah, I've got to do it for my team. I'm a team player. I can do it. Okay, that right there, that's the parasocial relationship. All right. Eric Wag, it seems he was arrested for being weird in public. I'm pro free speech. That said, I don't know any details. I don't care why he was arrested. Okay. Is he a stalker? I don't care. He certainly doesn't look okay. Okay. That's a weird way to say. Again, causation here, Eric Wag. What caused the problem? What caused the person to show up to an event that could have been potentially hazardous to other people or that got him arrested himself, okay? What caused it was the fact that people were cheering him on to do things like this and have cheered him on. And thusly, he thinks that he is now a man of the people online and he doesn't realize he's just being used and manipulated by everybody out there, okay? That's what scares me. That's what scares me so much. To see somebody get manipulated by a group of people, and it happens all the time. It's not just him, and it's not just EVS or Eric July or any of these people, dude. There's so many people out there that get absolutely wrecked by people on the internet who just want to see chaos and destruction. Like I said, dude, watch the channel Turkey Tom. He does these awesome documentaries talking about this exact thing. It's been going on for a long time, dude. This stuff has been going, it's actually been going on longer than 15 years. I don't know why I say 15, but basically since YouTube has been a thing. And since live streaming has been a thing, since putting video of yourself on the internet has been a thing, this stuff has been going on, right? People will cheer somebody on to do something reckless, right? Reckless out in the world, and they think that they're the man of the people now, and they've got to keep doing it because it's giving them this boost, and dude, not a good thing. Not a good thing. Billy Bob Sack, being a fan of a book, TV, comic, or video game isn't a parasocial relationship. I didn't say that at all. I never said that in any way, shape, or form. I don't know why you got that, Billy Bob Sack, but I didn't say that in any way, shape, or form. I would very much like you to go and clip the part where I said that that is the case. Right? Guess what, dude? I'm a fan of a lot of things, right? I'm a fan of a lot of things. I talk with a lot of creators of things that I'm fans of. Does that mean that I'm best friends with them? Does that mean I know them very well? You know? Like, just because I've sent in a chat or I've had, like, does that mean that I'm anything more than just a person that I've spoken to? No, it doesn't, right? I'm not best friends with the relentlessly bullied superhero, but the parasocial relationship that develops, okay, to where you think that you're something more to these nameless, faceless people online, or even the talking heads online, that's the problem. Maybe responding to another comment. Yeah, but I don't know that. I don't know that. So, right? How do I know that? He didn't address anybody else in the comments. He literally just put this here. The idea is that he came down into the comments and posted this in response to what I was saying. How would I know if it's a comment from me or not, Ultimate Kahuna? According to some, when to go on hater you are? What? Leo, according to some, when to go on hater. What, you mean Wendigoon? Hater you are? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're saying, Liu. All right. Nefarious Inc. The internet drama farming is all very lame. Again, just like Disney Star Wars. Yeah, I didn't talk about that either. Now, granted, I knew that it was going to bring that crowd, but, you know, if people would sit down and watch an 8-minute clip, they would actually, you know, dude, that bothers me so much. People say stuff without. Cyberchat, as much as I like this rant, I wouldn't use the term parasocial. The man who was arrested is Nick Rekida's tour manager. I would very much like that to be cited. That is a wild claim. Or some similar job he works for Rekieta. Yeah, source needed. Source needed. You're going to drop stuff like that? Source needed, okay? Rekieta literally told him on a live stream that doing things like this was legal and okay. This was after this man, Riley, threatened Eric July and showed up at Eric's warehouse space. Nick has done several streams like this, enabling this type of talking and menacing. So it's not really parasocial. Yet, again, source needed for this, okay? It's not some random guy getting an idea in his head. It's flat out asked for by creators and featured as the main topic of their show. This is what EVS Trashcast is all about. People like Nick Rekieta, Dick Masterton, Vito, Camelot, EVS, others in Comicsgate. Royce from ROTC. Oh, hey, somebody else has my name. That's really cool. All directly support or excuse it. But again, so this guy thinks that he's acting out the will of these people that he looks up to or that he's getting attention from, right? So I still think we're in the parasocial relationship realm, right? God, hey, take a shot every time I say parasocial relationship. That'd be a terrible thing to happen. EVS Shane Davis were cackling about this last night on stream, fully supporting it. Camelot was excusing it and feigning ignorance. Okay, as if he hasn't been doing streams about this exact subject with Nick for 8 months. Okay, yes. So some people talked about it online. Yes, awesome, cool. Still think it's a parasocial relationship because if he's trying to prove that he's more to these guys or he's just their arm, he's just doing what these guys want him to do. Again, he's acting in a way that people online are telling him to act, or because he thinks that he's more to them than just than what he is. So yeah. Okay. None says, I'm glad. Oh, that was Cyberchud 2077, by the way. I'm glad you also agree how insane and ridiculous Riley was acting. I don't really know how he was acting. I didn't care. I think, again, I heard how he was, but I never went in serious if this was if this was anyone he didn't like, they would be just fine with it. He had no right doing what he did. I don't know what he did. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't pay attention to these guys. This came in, hey, what's going on, Johnny Douglas? This is your fault, by the way. Everything that happened here is your fault because you commented last week. He also was told to leave and didn't. Finally got the consequences of his actions. I don't pity him or feel bad for him at all. This is not about free speech, and it's not how it works, and they're only using that as an excuse. And it doesn't take a genius to see the guy's a stalker. He needs to learn that he's not above the law, and the fact there's even a controversy surrounding him getting arrested for something he shouldn't be doing in the first place, as well as all the red flags that anyone with a normal mindset can see on him is just ridiculous and silly, not to mention that people defending him are just as twisted as he is. I hope Eric puts a restraining order on that weirdo, and it keeps anyone else from getting the same idea to stalk and harass someone constantly. It won't. And the reason being is because there's a group of people online who they find people who are susceptible to this type of behavior, and they push them into it, right? There are people online that will push somebody so far into doing something heinous, and people will lose lives, right? Because and they'll do it, and they don't care. And then when people are like, but you egged us on, I'm like, well, I never wanted that. And that's exactly what they'll say, right? There are some people who say, nope, it's deserved. Like, again, you've got to understand the disconnection that people have with the people behind the comments, the people behind the cameras, all of that stuff. The disconnection that people have, right, is that if they do it, they're really, really, really friends with this person. They really mean something to this person. This could push somebody to unaliving another person, and that is scary, and we need to stop this stuff. But the fact of the matter is, it's not just this guy. It's the entire group of people online pushing for his behavior to be like this, right? Because all it's going to do is he's going to go, oh, I got this much attention last time. Well, now watch what I do. Let's see how much attention I get next time. That's terrifying. And if you think that that's not going to happen, you have not been paying attention to the insanity that is the world. Drake Tungsten. Oh, yeah, I remember that. What do you remember? James Esparza, nerd politics, but possibly. Maji Chan. Still seem confused about the whole parasocial relationship thing. I talked with Maji Chan about this, and I kind of gave her a better understanding of it. There are also channels out there that could explain it a lot better. You only know half the story, Royce. Probably, and I don't care about the rest of the story. That's the thing. Is this what you guys think? This is rare? You think stuff like this happen? Dude, it doesn't matter about this story, the next story, the story after that. This other people. This stuff is not necessarily rare. This happens all the time. Not just to this community. Not just to the Rippaverse EVS thing. Why is my internet getting choppy again? Fuck. I need to call my service provider. Doesn't matter about this specific story. This stuff has happened with other people before. Most people don't realize it because because the internet silos people into their groups and keeps them there because that's how it keeps you interacting. If you break out of that and you start seeing how insane stuff gets and how far people online will push other people to go, it gets freaking crazy, dude. I'm not choppy to you guys. I hope I'm not choppy. If I understand, it's the fine line between fan and obsession. A super fan is the type that spends money for the merchandise, who saves their money, works overtime, even makes their voice raw cheering at the top of their lungs at a game. Yeah, pretty much. If I understand this correctly, at the end of the day, it's not a parasocial relationship if the fan realizes they are a nobody / no real effect, just a paying customer, then just go home, call it good, and leave it at that. Kinda, yeah. But wouldn't a child looking up to a comic book character or anime personality be a parasocial thing as well by this definition? Yes, it is. Right? And you hear the parable. Oh, God, you guys can quote it better than I can, but it's a parable. It's like when I was a child, I thought as a child, I acted as a child, and, but as a man, I need to think as a man and leave behind those childish things. This is the stuff they were talking about. Right? This is what they were talking about in that. You guys know I'm sure you guys can quote that a lot longer, but this is what I'm talking about here. When you're a kid, you get this way. As an adult, it's a verse. Yeah, that thing. Parable verse. So I actually had read that. Somebody was posting that online. And they were having this big discussion about, see, you can't watch movies anymore. It's not talking about that. It's talking about your relationship with those things, right? This subject vibes feels sort of like grooming. It's not. Okay? It's not, believe it or not. Because usually what it is it's an unintentional part on the person who's giving themselves over to it. Granted, this question is coming from someone that spent the last year and a half writing a story that started as a troll. Yeah, but you understand the difference between like you're not going to show up to my house unannounced and say, oh, I swear it's not an obsession. It's just a story. I believe it. No. Yeah, but you're not going to do something absolutely insane. Like you're not going to go like hurt somebody. You're not going to go threaten somebody for me. I see a lot of soy here. Nerds don't have to be wusses, Riley has never threatened Eric July. Other than to show up to get under Eric July's skin, mission accomplished. How does that have anything to do with what I was talking about? I genuinely think, but see, this guy clicks on the video, doesn't watch it, walks away. Done. Right? Oh, there we go. It's having trouble loading. All right. It's how cults are formed. Kind of, yeah, it can. It can lead to that. Well, no, because cults are physical interaction and a higher manipulation. Matt Meadowolf, 233. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to skip half the parasocial relationship yapping because it's not relevant and should have been cut out of the video, given that it's not even on the mark. Wow. See, and again, right? This is the type of person that can't actually think at the deeper levels, right? Okay, it's not even on the mark. I know you want to have your own thing talking about parasocial relationships, but buddy, that ain't mark. Be talking about none of that. Okay. Why? Why? Somebody getting praise from an online group of people and that guy thinks that he's a hero to these people and then goes out and does something ridiculous like this? That's not a parasocial relationship? That these nameless, faceless commenters online egg him on and tell him to do these things? Right? I mean, this is the guy, I think he got I saw something that he got a super chat online to slap his mentally challenged girlfriend or wife. Like for $100. That's... He's not taking in all this hype for his actions from the people talking to him and going out and doing things. That's not a parasocial relationship, Matt Meadowolf? Really? Boy, that's interesting. I could have worded it better in my comment. Being upset because someone ruined your favorite franchise isn't a parasocial relationship. It can be, though. Actually. Okay. And what I mean by being upset that somebody ruined your favorite franchise, not being like, dude, this is ridiculous. This is okay. Having the emotional response that I had, and that's why I used me in that, dude. I went through like the 7 stages of grief over Star Wars. That was a parasocial relationship. Okay. That's why I gave that example of myself. I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? Right? And it scared the crap out of me, Billy Bobsack. I should not have had that strong of an emotional reaction to them changing Star Wars. That's what I was referencing there. Okay, Royce, these people have no lives outside of their obsession. That could be possibly true. That's why I call them no-life losers. To answer your question about if a franchise... Holy fuck. All right, might not read this whole thing. We'll see. Let's see. We're at an hour. All right, we'll see. Take a shot every time Royce says parasocial. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. People are willing to do anything to defend their actions. A lot of people will. A lot of people will. What's one topic you could talk about for hours without preparation? Why I stopped watching pro wrestling, right? About it. Franchise being ruined bothered me. Yes, two actually. To answer your question about if a franchise being ruined bothered me. Yes, two actually. Whole month avoiding spoilers for The Last Jedi. After having watched Episode 7 Rogue One, after seeing the film, I was in a state of denial and decided to see what reviews were like online. At some point, I became suddenly aware of the flaws of The Last Jedi, and I started to hate the film. After that, I noped out of the franchise and watched it burn to the ground along with the company. Yeah, the company hasn't burned to the ground at all. They're making crap tons of money right now. Yeah. So, hey, what's going on, Devastator? How are you doing? It's good to see you. So, yeah, franchise Doctor Who. And let me tell you, Royce, I'm a lifelong fan of the series so much that I was a small toddler when I started watching the show with the classic. Yes. Saw the movie and got into, okay, new episodes. Now, let me tell you this. There were whole families watching the series spanning multiple generations. Imagine if you fans are feeling, yeah. I get it. I get all that, okay? This wasn't even the worst thing that happened. Timeless Children, yep, I already know about that. Russell T. Davies I already know about that. You're repeating stuff that's already there. Fans weren't happy, of course, got it. I just noped out. They murdered my favorite franchise of all time. There's no forgiveness. I moved on with my life after 30 plus years of enjoying Doctor Who, and I haven't looked back since. The opposite of love, it's a hatred. That's just the reaction. Yeah, okay. No, it's apathy, and once a fan base becomes apathetic, there's no coming back. That's very little to do with the video. Big Robot News. I would not done what Riley did just because I don't care that much to travel a troll. I think to troll Eric July. However, Eric is trash. He won't even vote Trump to protect kids from getting a body part. Yeah. You should look at all the stuff that Trump passed. Okay. Cut off and get put on drugs. Yaira is trash. She kills a dude for hitting on her. Yaira is a feminist book. This is the guy that he came in about a month ago while we were still live streaming on the other channel. And we were talking about the video that I had just done about like the VR and virtual reality. And he just starts talking about Eric July in the chat. So, versus gay parasocial relationship. That's funny. That's funny. That's way to just break up the monotony. Oh man. Oh, that's funny, dude. I don't care about any IP. I don't like any companies. You can like them, right? You can like them. Just don't get the idea in your head that like your actions out in the world are going to affect the change for them. So yeah. Oh man, that's funny. God bless it. Oh. All right. God, look at all these threads. ISM Yair and everything Ripperverse makes is woke dog crap. Okay. That has nothing to do with the video, but good for you for paying attention. Sturgis. I don't know. Repetards have no principles. Eric July is never wrong. That's why they don't want to admit the blatant double standard with Alex Stein being a guest at their event. Yet another person who completely missed the point of the video. Didn't really talk about Eric. I use this as a springboard to talk about why the thing at the event happened. Eric was obviously fully aware of Riley getting arrested, and Eric's fans no, but they'll never admit that getting Riley arrested for acting in the same exact manner as Alex Stein and filming people through a window is BS. I wonder why Riley was the only one to get arrested and not Mint Salad. I don't know. Who's Mint? Oh, Mint Salad. I think that's this dude's girlfriend. A lot of people talked about this for a few days. I think that's his girlfriend, right? I think she's mentally slow, though, isn't she? Why did you double the comments? I don't understand why YouTube does that. Take a drink for every time, he says, right? Parasocial. Effing annoying. Yeah, I realize that. Oh, man. And did he ever discuss the incident or just the implications and repercussions of whatever it was? I discussed what caused the incident. But again, people wanted drama. I don't do that. I know who the bots are, dude. This is not the first time that they've showed up to my channel. This is far from the first time these guys have shown up to my channel. Royce's gay parasocial relationship. That is hilarious. God, that name's funny. Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious. Dude. Oh man. Oh man. Jesus wept. Half the comments here are almost as unhinged as gender bender activists. Again, people came here to win. They didn't come here to discuss. Right? People came here with the Twitter mindset of, we're gonna own this guy, instead of the, hey, let's have a discussion about what led up to all of this and what could possibly be the issue here. Because that would make more sense. But no. Well, both sides are bad. Rippa fans are just the same. Riley effed around and found out. Riley got himself arrested. That's all the content. Drama Farmer, EVS, G&G, Rippa, Yellow Flash, Frog Tony, Katie did. All of the different sides, all the drama farming. This is the result. I agree. They're the opposite side of the same. They're the opposite of the same coin as woke. XP Comics for $5 over on the Rumble side. Hey, thanks, man. I do appreciate it. He says, this is more than a parasocial relationship. This is a religion. Rippa denomination versus Comicsgate denomination. Just like the Catholics versus the Protestants. No, I don't think it's a religion. What goes into a religion is a lot more than that. Religions generally believe in higher powers. This would not qualify as a religion. Not only that, there's no dogma behind it either. So I don't. Thank you for the $5, though. I do appreciate it, man. But no, there's no dogma behind this. Speaking of that, I should probably check the private donation link to see if anybody's sent in a private donation link. A lot of people. Oh, you know what I should do? What I should just do is I should just put this as the pinned message, because people get mad at me. They're like, Royce, we can't super chat because we don't know where it is. And so what I should do is I should do that and then just pin this message there. So that way, okay, because I've been told lately that I'm doing it wrong. So they're like, Royce, we'd like to super chat you, but you make it so hard. It's so many clicks. Well, now it's just a click and then you go, and there you go. I keep forgetting to do that. Maji Chan yelled at me. Girl Lamar, the drama crap is annoying as hell. People put way too much energy into this, and it just can't be worth it. Yeah, but it's it. But again, the online drama can be fun to a point. The problem is that there are people. You're always wrong. I get it. The problem is that there are people who are online now that Just chill and consume whatever they like. They don't. Yeah. There's no need to fuel drama more and more. No, but the problem is that there are people online who will take this and they will go, well, I have to win for my team. Again, this is what happens is because you get people who are, again, going to be drawn in. They're going to be drawn in by the attention and the fanfare they get, and it's going to push them to do more and more things. Again, the people calling this guy a hero for what he did is going to feed into him, and he is going, the next time it might be worse, and that's not going to be a good thing. That's what worries me, man. That's what worries me, okay? Ministry of Wrong Thing. What happened? I missed it. It's not important. Kelly Ripa. Wow, that's an old. You must be an old. Nobody younger than us knows who that woman is. I can't believe she's still doing that show. Doesn't seem important enough to have a universe. Why is this important? If you watched the video, no. Not that hard. If you watch the video, you would know why this is important. Eric July told him to pull up, and when the dude did, he called the cops. I mean, we can. I was told Eric didn't call the cops. That's what the online stuff was saying. But you can go and look at the police report, because the police report will have noted who initially made contact. All that's documented. So I don't know what county this was in, but I'm sure you could go find it. You can pull up the police report, find it, and it's all publicly available information. All of this would be publicly available information that is put down in the courts, right? So you can actually see who called, who made the phone call. Silverback, emotional and mental sovereignty. This isn't front row fans for the Beatles. However, the spirit of the age is power and profit over people, prosperity and personal relationships, and people can't survive without relationships. And so the algorithm pushes cancerous proxies of the real life thing through conflict. But parasocial relationship is making my ears bleed. That's what people call it, man. That's not me. I really like your comment, though. I like the way you said that, Silverback. That's awesome. Crimson Law, what's going on, dude? You're worried about him, but you won't look into his story. Do some research to more of the story that you're missing. Frederick, I already read the thing, dude. I'm not worried about him, Frederick Guimont. There are thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of people who will be affected by this thing online, right? There's a lot of dudes that pay the OnlyFans girls that are affected by this. There are people who go out there and do heinous acts because they think that they're going to gain the attention and the support of these other people. Their stalkers suffer from this, dude. Dude, this is so much bigger than one dude getting arrested. I don't know how much more clearly I can make that. It's not just like you gotta and guess what? This isn't the only community it's happened to. Probably not even this week. If I was worried about this dude, why did I not mention him once when I talked about the video? I use it as a springboard to talk about a much larger conversation. A much larger conversation. If people are interested, they can go look it up. Right? Again, the police about one guy. It's a emu. What are you talking about? This dude isn't there for a parasocial relationship. Him and his girlfriend have a funny podcast where they make fun of Eric July, get thousands of dollars in super chats and memberships. He was there to get attention. Not to have a relationship with Eric in any way besides mocking him. Oh my God. Oh. At this point, I'm just repeating myself. The parasocial relationship isn't with Eric, you mouth breather. It's with the people egging him on, telling him to do it. This just makes me sad. The fact people act like Klippa showing up to someone's event and acting like an idiot is somehow fine. Okay, it's not cool, and no one should support this troll behavior. Leave people alone. You can say whatever online, that's fine, but if people want to meet personally, then let them enjoy themselves. Why did the comment get doubled? WTF? I don't know. I only wish it was Vito who got arrested. That's the Vito. That's the guy for Dick Masterson, right? I don't know. He wasn't there. There was no reason for that kid to go to jail. He didn't do anything wrong. Plenty of people walking around with capes at a comic book convention all over the country act like morons. This was the direct result of Eric's insecurity and the fact that he is a thug that has no sense of humor. He has no talent. Okay, cool. Look up the police report. I mean, if you guys care so much about who done it and why it happened, for those who care, go look up the police report. I'm tired of EVS and the people around him starting drama. I like EVS, but he needs to just stop this one-sided feud. Wait, is the party here? I love you, Mike. Hi, all right, Snow, how are you doing? So, $10 XP Comics over on the Rumbles. Hey man, thank you so much. This sort of thing is making things harder for smaller creators like me to get attention on our books because the streams are nothing but the Rippa and CG drama. Only because, right, you think that this is the area, this is the portion of the internet that is best for your books to get out there. Right? Again, the internet is siloing people into various different areas to keep the engagement high. So if you decide to break out of that, right, I would say this: stop watching this the anything that talks about Rippa and CG drama, and go find new areas on the internet that you can promote your stuff. It's only hard because you're in this fandom, because you're engaging here mostly. So guess what? If you don't sell well on, in this area of town, go to a different area of town. That's why XP Comics. So. Andy Radart. Oh yeah, he sent in the PayPal donation earlier, man. I appreciate you. I think there's a difference between being a fan, even a passionate fan, and forming a parasocial relationship. Yes, there is. And it's easily defined. A fan will buy a mug, t-shirt from their favorite YouTuber. The latter will buy a plushie from them. All right. There's an innate need with humans to be a part of a tribe, so being a part of a community is a relatively natural state. It just goes too far when those individuals assume some form of intimate relationship exists. As you say, OnlyFans girls and guys that play on it, and so do some YouTubers. Yes, it can be unhealthy at the best of times, but when reality hits, it can go to some crazy places. Dude, he always says things so well. God, that's a great comment, Andy Radborn. It's hard, Royce, never escaping the gay allegation. Dude, it's such a great... Oh, man, it's so hilarious. Dude, that's so funny. That's so funny. Dude, I saw somebody the other day with a... check this out. I saw somebody the other day. They had their chat... like back here behind them, and I was like, what is that even? Right? Like, you can't even see. That's where they had their chat. I was like, that's ridiculous. Sorry, I just wanted to say I was just looking at that and I saw that. But yeah, so that was the video. When I put it out, I pretty much figured that it was going to get views because Again, I put Rippaverse in the title, which I cultivated my audience off of the Rippaverse stuff. And then a lot of the haters showed up. I knew that video was gonna get views. The problem is it's such a flash in the pan thing that unless I wanted to literally keep up with any and all of the drama, there's no way to grow my channel outside of that, which is why I don't talk about it anymore. Because again, it's just flash in the pan drama. And yeah, it's kind of ridiculous anymore. Ugh! You knew the job was dangerous when you took it. Maybe I knew it was dangerous when I took it. Oh man. I'm losing it. People that don't agree equal haters. No, not true. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. Okay. People that don't agree disagree with you. A hater is somebody who actively works to destroy what you're building, okay? Or defame you, right? That's a hater. Why do people say that? People don't agree they're equal haters. No. People who actively work to destroy what you're doing, to defame you, those are haters, right? God, it freaking hurts. Ugh. Drama channels are boring anyway. That's why I don't tune into all the Ripper CG hate channels. It's dumb and a waste of energy. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I really don't disagree with you. Like I said, I will... Here, you know what? Let me do this real quick. Let's go here. Let's go. So, let's go to YouTube. Okay. So, to show you what I'm talking about, here is a channel that I have been following. We'll pull it up right now. Okay, this is a channel. This 1.23 million subscribers, right? The guy has blown his channel up over the last years, okay? This guy, Turkey Tom here. Ow, stop it. All right. Talks about YouTube personalities who have made it, and online personalities, TikTokers, everything. This guy is really good. I came across him through the Unsubscribed podcast, right? He's even got a Nick Rekieta one here. That kind of goes into what we're talking about, right? Okay, he goes into, like, and I've been watching a ton of these videos, right? Different cults, different way fandoms have gone online, things that they've done, right? That one's kind of a clickbait one, but it's actually a good video about Matt Pat, right? Dark Side Phil, okay? Sniper Wolf, right? Some of you guys might know some of these, but he goes into how certain people have been pushed to the absolute brink with a lot of these, okay? Everything that we're seeing right now with the Eric July haters, sadly, is nothing new for the internet. It's not even close. All of us are shocked about it because we're so isolated in our one little sphere of the internet, right? That we can't even fathom. Why is this happening? You know, there are people, like I said, when I started changing up my content and doing stuff that was more inspired by, like, the Game Theorist channel, Old Wisecrack. If you guys ever watched Old Wisecrack, which used to do like philosophy stuff, and channels like that had fun with the franchises that you know, you could talk about and just kind of brainstorm about fun ideas. When I started changing that, I got comments. They're like, yeah, this is really new. Like, that's a very different kind of content. Like, that you're kind of you're breaking new ground here. And I was like, dude, this type of content's been around for like 15, 20 years. But again, it's because people are so isolated here in this bubble, they have no idea what else is out there. They have no clue, right? Like, I see so many different channels. I don't watch any, I really don't watch any of the daily news channel, like anything that's talking about Star Wars, anything that's talking about like all the drama with the nerd stuff, the Disney's over, it's on fire, it's all gonna end, Disney. Well, Disney's still going, and I got to a point where, like, okay, well, that's the 5th video from the 17th channel that has talked about it today. I don't really care anymore, so I've gone to see other stuff. JVP, hey man, thank you, dude. Happy Father's Day, man. He's really good. Have you checked out Turkey Tom, dude? Turkey Tom's videos are really good. I've been listening to him while I'm welding and stuff, which I gotta get back to. But yeah, because I gotta, dude. Oh, Black Knight earlier, he asked me how goes the new barbecue pit. A weld broke last night. at like 9:30, which sucked because I was testing the open top doors, and a weld broke and it dropped the lid and bent one of the stabilizing rods for the door and bent the actual cylinder top itself. So now I have a ton of work that I have to do to get it to go back to its somewhat normal shape, which is most likely not going to happen because it's steel and I don't have the fine instrument tooling to do that. So basically just what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix it in a different way. I'm going to cheat a lot. But guys, thank you all so much for tuning into Sunday Coffee. My good God. I promise that I will not do these depressing topics like that. I don't even think there's a good clip from today. God, I need to work on my Incredibles 2 video. But I also have I got welding that I have to do. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. Use a big hammer, fool. Yeah. You know how that doesn't work? Trust me, been there, done that. And this thing, it don't work like that. I'll be cooking easy bake up again. Nice. I wish I was. One of my favorite things to do on Father's Day is cook for my family because I wouldn't be a dad without them. And I want to say thank you to them. But I can't because I have too much stuff to do. I literally can't stop. I can't slow down. I have no time. And yeah, so... but once I take things off the list, I'll be good to go. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't have the right tools for the right job. No, well. You don't know how metal works, do you? It's not about a bigger hammer. It's about having to bend something to be perfectly cylindrical. Happy. Iron Age Booty Getty Day. Oh, God. Take care and God bless, Gorilla Lamar. It's good seeing everybody here. Later, Hero Darky Dark. Bye, please. Have a happy Sunday. Have a happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. It should be time enough for my dad to call. He should be done with his morning chores at this point in time. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you all this week. It's going to be a fun time. And as always, until next time, cheers, everybody.